per il nostro film in concorso Frankenstein, l'attore Jacob Elordi, il regista del film Guillermo del Toro,
I've been following The Creature since I was a kid, and I always waited for the movie to be done in the right conditions, both creatively and in terms of achieving the scope that it needed for me to make it different, to make it at a scale that you could reconstruct the whole world. And now I'm in postpartum depression.
Mr. Isaac, I was very impressed by this tour de force.
I mean, I can't believe that I'm here right now. I can't believe we got to this place from 2 years ago, sitting at your table, eating Cuban pork, and just talking about our fathers and our life. To him saying, "I want you to be Victor," and then not really being sure if it was true, if I was just dreaming it. Is that it just seemed like such a pinnacle, and then for Guillermo to then say, I'm creating this banquet for you. You just have to show up and eat.
To be able to operate, to act in these sets that were not.
Guillermo came to me pretty late in the process. It was about 9 weeks for him, and I was finishing The Narrow Road to the Deep North with Justin Kurzel in Australia. So I had about 3 4 weeks before I got to filming. So it presented itself as like a pretty monumental task. But like Oscar said, the banquet was there and everyone was already eating by the time I got there. So all I had to do was just join in.
Pull up a seat.
Yeah, pull up a seat, and it was a big, warm, comfy seat. It really was like a dream come true. And the monsters of the world, I think Guillermo said it best earlier. He said it's the men in suits, They're
very well tailored.
Very well tailored.
In so much of it. There's so much symbolism in the way that it's constructed, where the circles are placed, the archetypal nature of, like, for instance, when Victor's in his father's room again many years later, everything's oversized as if he's a child again. And so to have that actually be the experience, it feeds so much more meaning into the performances as well.
CGI is for losers.
The central question in the novel from the beginning is, what is it to be human? What makes us human? And there's no more urgent task than to remain human in a time where everything is pushing towards a bipolar understanding of our humanity, and that's not true. It's entirely artificial. The multi-chromatic characteristic of a human being is to be able to be black, white, gray, and all the shades in the middle. And I think that the movie tries to show imperfect characters and the right we have to remain imperfect, and the right we have to understand each other under the most oppressive of circumstances. And it is very biographical to me, but it is, I think, biographical for anyone that tries to preserve their soul in the times we're living in. And to me, artificial intelligence I'm not afraid of. I'm afraid of natural stupidity, which is much more abundant.
I studied it at school,
Oh.
but I didn't remember any of that, as I didn't remember anything else I studied at school. But when Guillermo invited me to be a part of this movie, I read the book again, and I was incredibly moved by it.
Thank you, everybody. They're gone.
Ci vediamo pronto. Ha sido muy bonito para mí todas las veces que he venido. Empecé a venir aquí en 97 con Mimic.